Oh, I hate talking about this stuff. I really hate it. At this point, I'm so beyond, even just in like nearly like the 6 weeks, nearly 2 months that it's been, I'm such a different person and I've moved on so much. So I don't think I'm gonna talk to anyone really about this from this point onwards. So my first experience in the industry was I think it was camming for Babe Station, which is in 2013. I started camming with Babe Station, moved on to TV work, shoots, sort of glamour modelling, and then from that point I gained sort of a following online on Twitter, and I started getting contacted by porn companies, and it sort of escalated from there. Started doing meets. At the point where I'd gained a following through Babe Station, I felt like my face was already out there, my job prospects were already a bit fucked, so I just went all out. For me, from quitting my Babe Station contract, I self-managed and I started managing other girls as well at a fairer rate than companies like Babe Station and stuff offer, because they take 70% of your earnings, and it's not hard when you're selling sex. It's not hard to profit off of it, so there's no need for a company to be taking 70% for essentially selling your sexuality. Probably the highlights and the lowest points are the things that I really hate talking about, because it's so extreme, because the industry is such an extreme industry. You're literally selling like your body, your soul, your mind. It's all for sale for a certain price. So I hate talking about like the extremes of it, but if I had to choose like if I had to choose a particular moment that made me think, fuck, I've really done all right here, it would be AVN Award, or possibly the first film that I self-released, because that got like 3 or 4 million views on Pornhub. So that was a proud moment. The lowest point is really low, because it was sort of over the last year or so in particular that it got really bad. Stalking, the stalking situation of people who are really well known in the adult industry is awful. Men, other women, because you sell so much of yourself, it's like people don't realize that there should be a boundary, because they see you naked, they see your personality online, sometimes even in person. They sort of don't have that understanding of where the boundary is anymore. So the stalking is definitely the worst point about the industry for me. The stalking thing's not even limited to customers. So I've known girls that have been stalked by photographers, and I've had experience getting stalked by like people who've filmed me, people who've met me, other women in the industry. It's systemic, because there's no other people feel like there's no boundary. So there's no boundary for them to cross. It's all fair game to them. But I think people need to realise that just because you sell your body or whatever, it doesn't mean that you can have free right to invade someone's privacy and personal life, because there is a difference between industry and personal. And I think that's why so many women actually lose touch with their personal life, because it's so constant and inescapable. You really want me to talk about fucking OnlyFans culture? It's disgusting. I hate it. It's dragging so many people that don't need to be in the industry into the industry, and they think it's a positive thing now, but at some point they will realise it's not a positive thing. And although it's fun while you're younger and stuff, it will really affect your life later on. This is coming from someone that obviously I'm heavily tattooed. You know, I've done so many things that do affect my job prospects, but the thing that affects how I can live my life in the future the most is the porn, because it's always going to be sort of out there. Although I've done my best to remove as much of the explicit content of me as possible, there's still stuff out there if you go deep enough. My best advice for women who are active in the industry and are enjoying it is make the most of it while you enjoy it, because you might feel differently at some point in the future. People who are looking to get into the industry, if you are younger, you really need to consider it, and you need to consider options that are less life and soul destroying. If you know what I mean. You don't want to choose something that you don't want to do hardcore porn that you have to buy the rights back. You don't want to do something like something that gains too much attention. You don't want to be looking to go viral. Just keep it low key and make a bit of money. Alternatively, if you're looking to really stick to this industry for a long time and grow as big as you want, the best thing you can do is to start self-producing and uploading to tube sites and making money from advertising, sort of like the way that YouTubers do it. My future's looking pretty positive. I'm actually feeling quite good about it. I've learned a lot about my body, myself, what I want out of life. I'm really enjoying I've really enjoyed going full-time tattooing. It's what I've always wanted to do, so I'm really happy that I'm in a position where I can do that. I've never been happier, really. I feel good, and it's the first time that I can properly say that I feel actually good and happy and satisfied in life. Well, obviously I have to say that adult work's my favourite site to work on. If anyone wants to keep up with me now that I've moved on from things, I would say follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is AlienQueenX. I don't keep any other social media really, so yeah, just follow me there.